To all the people that are watching, if you have any questions, I am open to answering those. It looks like only. Okay, okay. Yeah, I get it. I get it. The moment I open my mouth is when the subscriber count goes down. That's amazing. That's good to know, guys. That people don't want me talking. Actually, it just makes my job easier. I'm just making this a little bit darker wherever I want it to be. I'm using the same pencil that I used to sketch this out. I'm using the same thing. I'm just putting it wherever the shades need to be darker, wherever I think I need to add some shadows, I need to add darker colors, is where I'm putting this, using this pencil for. Because the thing is that I can use, like I've done cross hatching here, right? Cross hatching is basically a way of shading with the pen. But yeah, I want to like make this a little bit darker. That ways it looks more cohesive. Yeah, that's the entire purpose of doing this. So I'm just putting in wherever I feel it's necessary. I'm adding those things. Yeah. So that's what we are doing right now. That is what will bring this together. To be honest, shadows play a very important role in any kind of sketching. They play a very important role, adding shadows. So yeah, that is what I'm doing right now. I'm just making sure wherever the darker bits need to go, we are adding those. And yeah, this is the sketching. I hope you're able to listen to the music and the this thing. It's a bit difficult to like. I'm trying to get good at it. Is this angle better? I don't think so, huh? This angle is better, I feel. I really like how cute these two cats are. Like, very, very cute. I don't know why I'm getting so many ads today in this music that I generally play in the background. I'm getting a lot of ads. I was just trying to fix the camera angle, see if we can find a better angle. It looks like this is the best angle we we are gonna have today. I just wanted to show yesterday's live ended before I could finish this page, this sketchbook page. So I just wanted to show my sketchbook page, yesterday's sketchbook page. This was my yesterday's sketchbook page. This was my day before yesterday's sketchbook page. I don't know if it is clearly visible. Okay. This was yesterday's. This, I hope this is visible. I really like how this turned out. Very cute, very cute. And today I'm planning to do 2 sketchbook pages. And yeah, yesterday's live was popping a lot. Today we don't have any. That's fine. But yeah, if you are here, please subscribe. I've been creating this for the longest time, and at least now what works for me is mostly live content works for me. And it's not that it is working or it's going mind-blowingly, but I'm just experimenting. I'm trying to understand what really works and what really retains people's attention. And this is one skill of mine which I want to place my bet on. So yeah, so this was yesterday's sketchbook page. As you can see, it's 12th May. Then this was day before yesterday's 10th. This was 10th, 11th wasn't. This was just my practice, not a sketchbook page. Then this is again practice. This was on 29th April. This is again just a practice. Then this is also just practicing in this sketchbook. This is again just a practice page of my sketchbook, which is for 25th April. This is 14. 10 days went by without doing a live, huh? That is something to think about. Then 13th April, this is kind of my favorite one that I did. Thank you. Glad that you like it. I really like how this turned out, and also this one. This, I don't know whether I did it live. Most probably I did it live. Thank you so much. I am able to read the. Oh, it's just practice. You have to find references. The way to learn how to draw like this is actually, I'm not that great, okay? But what I've done and what has worked for me is no classes, no teachers, nothing works. You doing it works for you, okay? Whatever, actually, this applies to anything and everything. If you want to do something, just go and do it. And while doing that thing, you will put in the hours. You have to put in the hours. If you want to draw something, take that reference and just draw. And every day you have to put in hours, especially craft, something like your craft or skill. You putting in hours does the magic. Oh, you go to an art class. So what my friend will work for you is drawing under no pressure, because drawing when you have your peers around could be a little bit intimidating. And so what you can do is you can in your own comfort zone, whatever you love, sketch that. Because what I have learned is, first thing, putting in the hours. Second thing, sketching what you like, not sketching what is cool, but sketching what you like, the direction in which you want to go. I hope that works for you. Yeah, that's all the advice that I have. That is all that has worked for me, and I'm sure those are not the worst drawings. You have to go through that to reach a place, to reach her. I'll show you some worst of my drawings. Wait, this is another page. I have some are not the best, and some are, and you can't be creating your best work 24/7. The artists that are putting out their best work, they are putting out their best work, they are not putting out their worst work. And it takes a lot of guts to put out the process, put out the things, because that makes people around you comfortable, right? Okay, fine, I can also do it, because there are days when you will create the worst of your works. This is again a sketch practice. This is me getting back. See, what is this? What is this? If you would say, I have paintings as well, but you know what? People on YouTube are not patient enough to stick through a painting, to stick through the ugly bits of a painting, because a painting goes from wonderful to ugly to beautiful to ugly again, and people on YouTube are not patient enough for that. So yeah, this was also done on one of my life. Now I love this, and I did not get any views on this, but I bloody love this. And yeah, I understand some people don't really, it's not easy or pleasing to the eye maybe, but yeah, this was when these pens that I usually sketch with were over. And so I decided that, you know, whatever I have, I'll work with that. This is another one. I really like this page. I think we can, and this is not that great, but yeah, this is my favorite one. But I hate that this page has bled on this page. My reason for discontinuing this particular marker is also that this paper and this those markers were not a great combination, so I had to, you know. This is also again one of my favorite pages. I don't know whether it will be okay if I play a podcast in the background. Will the video get demonetized? I'm nowhere close to getting monetized any which ways. So I don't really care. Maybe I should try that. Okay. This is the BTS one. This is Jennie. This is Blackpink. Blackpink in your area. Let's see how many people of you. Not that great, but yeah. This is my favorite one, but I hate that this page has led on. This is 40. 10 days went by without doing a live. That is something to think about. 13 April. This is kind of my favorite one that I did. It has led on without doing a live. Okay, is the audio Is the audio better now? Has to be, right? The audio has to be better now. Hopefully. Hopefully it's better. Yeah. So much of my attention goes into this, huh? And just working these quirks out. Okay, then let's get back to it. Let's get back to the drawings. Let's get back to the drawings. Walk can talk can walk, can talk. I'm just feeling this. This is a task, my friend. I'm just trying to pin this mind right here so that we are able to. Yeah, it's right here now. I hope this makes it. I am more audible now. Let's try. There's no one. We can experiment. Trying to pin this line right here so that we are able to. Yeah, it's right here now. I hope this makes it. I'm more audible now. Let's try. There's no one. We can right here. Okay, seems like it is working. Now let's tuck and walk, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I do it. Okay. So what I did for this is first I sketched it out. Then now I am just basically, because what happens with pencil is it will over the period of time smudge, or it will not be the best. It will smudge over the period of time. So in order to avoid that, what we can do here is we can sketch what we want beforehand. Okay. Pencil, what happens with pencil is, I was saying what happens with pencil, right? What happens with pencil is it smudges. So when it smudges, then you are not able to, like, retain this. Like a couple of years later, when I open this sketchbook, chances are it will be smudged and it will be way, way, way lighter, because you might say that there are many old artists whose sketchbook we still have and we are still able to. I don't know why this pen is going like bumping like this. Okay, now it's great. Okay, so what happened is this came off, like this became loose, and the refill was just bumping. Anyways, what was I saying? I was saying that When you work with a pencil, what happens is it smudges over the period of time. It will. We're just checking my audio whether it's working perfectly. Looks like it is, and yeah, it is working perfectly fine. Now, what was I saying? So this is one, and this is two. Okay, so what will happen is this will become much lighter. Now you will say that there are a couple of old artists whose sketchbook we have gotten hold of, and those sketches are fine until today. The thing is that they were not sketching with pencil. From what I assume, they were sketching with charcoal or like really good quality pencils. These pencils over the period of time will fade, and yeah, this is one way of just making sure that it stays intact. And yeah, this is a good habit of working and finalizing and putting in the shadows and putting in the light wherever necessary. What makes a painting really pretty is just working with um, just adding shadows and light. Like how much ever loose your painting is and it's not realistic, and you're just making cartoons and funny stuff, light and shadow, putting in, still adding the little bit of realism of the play of light and shadow will really make the painting stand out. And if, because you will be still adding colors, right? If you are adding colors, now for example this is green but this is monochromatic, technically it could also be black, right? And so if it would have been black, it's monochromatic. There are no colors, we are just doing it with one particular color. So then it is a bit difficult to understand and sometimes easier for the brain to understand, but the more elements there are, the more necessary it becomes for the color to be there. If there are not many elements, then black and white does its job very nicely. But the more elements there are in a sketch or a painting or whatever that you're doing, the more necessary it becomes to add colors. Because what colors do is, color is basically helps you differentiate, help you add contrast of the same level. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be, for example, now if I want to put pink and blue here, but like the saturation and how do I explain this, the shade both are light, but because this is pink and because this is blue, you would be able to understand the distinction. But if I'm doing monochromatic work, like just working with one color the way that I'm doing right now, then it becomes a bit difficult if there is no contrast between things for me to describe it in a drawing, to show it in a drawing. It becomes a bit difficult. So if you're trying to do monochromatic work, it is highly necessary to add contrast. To add contrast means there has to be a play of darker colors and lighter shades and darker shades, because you're basically using the same color. So you need to have darker shades and lighter shades. And you also need to have The idea is to add darker shades and lighter shades, so as to see, for example, if I would have kept the entire thing white, it wouldn't have it's not easier for your brain to understand. So yeah, though monochromatic, I thought monochromatic, doing things which are monochromatic would be easy. Turns out it's not. It's just my brain understands things without me understanding it. So that's why it is easy for me. But my brain just picks up those drawings, or while I'm drawing it, I just make some colors pop, and I just make some colors more darker than they are. So when you're drawing from realistic things, right, you have the creative liberty to put something in focus, remove certain things from the focus, and all of that. You can do that. But when you're trying to understand a beautiful structure that is there before your eyes, or you're trying to understand an architectural marvel that is there, I would recommend you to draw as it is. But otherwise, you can, of course, a drawing is special because you are, or a photograph or a drawing is special because you're seeing the world from the person who drew it. You're seeing the world from their point of view. So that is the reason why it is special, right? So they are showing you their perspective of things. That is what makes it special. So yeah, even people say that drawing, since camera came, an artist was not necessary. I mean, and then we understood that artist is not just recreating a picture in front of them, but they are actually putting in their perspective on things, like they are communicating through their drawings. An artist is trying to communicate, an artist is trying to show you, okay fine, you see colors this way, you see this scenery that we are both viewing at the same time this way, but you know what I see is the structure that is there in front of me, and what you see is the mountain that is there behind that structure. I mean, that is your focus and this is my focus, and all of that you understand when you draw. The what grabbed your attention, and then how you recreated it. Because at times when you even if something grabs your attention, right, when you try to recreate it, it is not reflected on the page that way. So sometimes there's a what do you call it, your skill and your taste has not matched yet. You want to create these wonderful things, but you don't have the skill set yet to recreate all that is there, all those ideas that are there in your brain. So now you have to match the skill to your ideas. So for that you need to learn, right? And that's the hard part. The most hard part is to then first to accept that, okay fine, my skill is not there yet, I need to improve. But you know what, I have brilliant taste, and if I keep doing this every single day, someday my skill is gonna match the kind of taste I have, and then I'll be able to show the world the kind of vision I had for whatever you're creating, right? For example, if a singer wants to make this beautiful song, right, but his voice is not trained enough to sing in that notes, to sing those long notes, to sing in that melody, to adjust the vocal cords to what the song requires. So then you have to work on your voice, you have to work on your stamina for singing that long, for working that long, and you have this. So that's the thing, that's there in every skill that you are trying to develop. Okay, now this would not be the same for a, I don't know, for a completely intellectual, this thing, a job which is done completely on intellect. They wouldn't understand what a flow mode is, or what a skill is. Skill sometimes improves on its own without you knowing. Like for example, I would practice every single day, and one day I just became so good at it, and it just happened without my conscious effort. I was putting in the hours, but I was not aware that I the results were there. I was not aware of the results, and I was drawing every single day. But then one day I noticed that, oh my god, I reached where I wanted to. Like, uh, of course, there's a long way to go. There is so much to learn. There's so much to improve, and there are so many better people out there who are doing such great work. But what is important is that this was my goal, and now I'm here. I have attained my goal. Acknowledging that, I failed to acknowledge that, and that then became into like comparison and not appreciating my journey. Like me myself, I was not appreciating it, and that actually led to a lot of problems, like me burning out, me not feeling worth creating art, or me trying to attach my self-worth to the art that I was doing. I mean, my self-worth does not depend on the things that I do. They are additional to the love that I give to myself. If tomorrow I'm not able to work, if tomorrow I'm not able to produce any kind of art, does that sorry, I had to get up and answer the door. Yeah, so my self-worth was so much attached to the work that I was doing. Let me wear the mic again. Yeah, so my self-worth was so much attached to the work that I was doing, that it actually made me not create at all. And yeah, that was a very, it comes and goes every now and then when I don't see this page growing. And earlier I was delusional, saying that, oh my god, I don't want subscribers, I don't want YouTube, I'm just doing it, as a hobby, and all of that. And I know I'm not doing it for the results, and I'm still not doing it for the results, but I want the results. The thing is that there is no shame in acknowledging that I want results on something that I have worked on for like 5 years. Me expecting for it to grow, for it to go somewhere is, I'm not foolish. Like, it has to, I have put in so many hours, and this thing is not growing, and I am gonna do whatever is required for this thing to grow. I'm gonna ask my subscribers to my viewers to subscribe. I'm gonna tell them that this is my goal. This will help me to pursue art actually professionally. I mean, if this channel does not work, if this channel does not give me enough subscribers, I cannot do this professionally, because um, for the longest time, like, at least not illustration, I would have to like give more time to learning other aspects of this creative career. And then I won't be able to draw as much, I won't be able to paint as much. It has happened before, it will happen again. And if these lives start gaining more viewership, if these lives start if I understand what helps, the audience retain and view this, I of course can make a living out of this, and I will be able to hone more of my skill. I can do this for a living. I'm a designer. I do this for a living, but I don't make illustrations for a living. I have to adapt for the demand, the commercial demand, the commercial art. I have to do commercial art. Nothing against commercial art. People love and thrive working, doing the work for commercial art, but I kind of am now understanding that I like to do. Oh, thank you, lovely Nona, for being there, for subscribing, and yeah, thank you so much. So if you guys subscribe, what's gonna happen is I will be able to pursue art as I will be able to pursue this as my career, and I can pursue illustration as my career. It's very much necessary for me to be. I promise you to that I'll make better content, I'll bring more content. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for the comment. I have one more page, and we are gonna move on to the next page now. If any of you have any questions, you can ask them. I will answer them. I think we're gonna move on to the next page, which is gonna be this. I am planning to do this live for more than an hour. So this was the first page that we did today. Adding shades. Hola. Thanks for being here. We're just trying to understand, like, okay. So this was my first page for the day. Would you like to listen to a podcast in the background? Will that affect the viewership? Will that affect the viewership? I'm not sure. I really want to listen to a podcast at work. Yes, I want to do that. Let's do it. Let's move on to the next page. This was yesterday's page. This was today's page. I'll be back in a minute. In a minute, I'll be back. Hello, I'm back. We are back. Next one, let's move on to the next one. I hope I am audible enough. Let's move on to the next one. This is next one that we are gonna do. Sorry about the yawn. It just happened. Let's use these two and this and this and this is what we are gonna be using today. What is, like, if people are watching who also like making art, like, what is their favorite subject to make art about? Like, what do you love making? What's your favorite thing to make? What is it? Sorry, this background noise is from the mouse that stops and doesn't work every now and then. It won't work. Let's do one thing. Let's change this up a little bit. Let's have fun with it. Let's make my face a little bit bigger right here. Let's try to not have this as much in the frame as much as we can. Let's shut this up. We did shut that up. And now what? Now let's sketch. Now let's see if that makes any difference in the amount of viewership we have. Okay, let's go. Hair is not doing its thing today, but that's fine, I guess. Let's go. Okay. Did I save this reference? No, I didn't. I didn't save it. Okay, now it's saved. Let's do this first, so that when I'm working on this one, you are still able to view this. Okay. let's do now the time is, let's try to finish this under 4 minutes. Can we do that? And it's very unrealistic thing to have, but yeah, 10 minutes. Let's try to complete this one this one illustration within 10 minutes. Let's see if we can achieve that. Also, if you are into this thing, if you like sketching, what do you enjoy making? Like, what's your favorite thing to draw? I really like to draw this animation kind of stuff. Then I really like to draw realistic this thing as well. And I prefer, actually, when I started, I really didn't like making humans and like human figures. I have said this, I guess, 100 times already, but I really didn't enjoy making human figures. Maybe because I wasn't good at them. I'm not sure, but I really enjoyed making nature, and I particularly am someone who is obsessed with colors. So though I'm sketching, you can see that I'm sketching with colorful pens, and that is the reason why I'm able to sketch so much, because I'm still able to, like, you know, add some element of what do you call, I'm able to add some element of color in it. That's the reason why I'm still sketching. If I would have been just sketching with a gray pencil or a black pen, I wouldn't be able to, like, colors is what drives me now. Even now, what gets me excited is, okay, which color do I use today? Which color should I use for this monochromatic this thing? Also, because this is monochrome, and because I'm juggling how to figure out the life situation and all of that, this really helps me to do that, like, to still satisfy my need of working with colors. And yeah, I'm able to satisfy my need of working with colors, at the same time able to do this, which is best suited to do on a live. And yeah, so I had to do this balancing act, and of also the act of trial and error, to understand, okay, what works the best. And once I understood, okay, this works the best for me, now does this work the best for the audience? And this does work the best for me. That's the reason why I do this that often. But I don't think this works the best to retain the audience. So yeah, we are still figuring out what holds audience's attention, and I'm damn sure even the audience doesn't know at this point, because of the amount of content that is being thrown, what is grabbing your attention, what is not grabbing your attention. And my art is not triggering, it is quite calming. So so it's not going to grab your attention. um, on a good day perhaps it might not, but of course on a bad day, on a day on which you come on internet not to get even more irritated, or not for a dopamine hike, but to calm yourself down, if you're looking to find a place on internet where you can just calm yourself. I think my art will help you do that, because this content is not triggering. And when I started, I promised myself that maybe I'll make content which is a little bit more attention grabbing someday if I have to. I haven't done it yet, but I will not make an content which is jarring or triggering, or which puts you, upsets you in order to gain your attention. I mean, there are so many content creators who make like trauma content, and like you're triggered by it and you're agitated by it. And most of the time when I spend too much time on the internet, I realize how agitated I become at the end of it. Like, I'm so angry at things, I'm so irritated, I'm like I'm just hyper aware of everything that's going wrong. And maybe art is something that will help you calm down, to actually enjoy the process, to actually enjoy the little things. And the little things are the ones that matter the most, and the basic things are the one that matter the most. I mean, I this is after after like a I have consumed so much of social media this this week. Oh my god, the amount of social media I have consumed in order to just understand what's working, what's trending, what should I do next. That, and I'm still clueless as to if this gonna work, if this not gonna work. But at this point, I'm just relying on this for the routine that my art gives me. Um, because I am a freelancer right now and I need to have a routine, because a routine helps a lot. And coming live almost every day, it's still not a part of my routine yet, but I want to make it a part of my routine. Because jobs come and go, and newer jobs will come, and better opportunities will come, and I'll be so happy to have those opportunities and to work on those opportunities. But what those opportunities are gonna do for me is bring more money, bring more experiences in. But what I want, a nervous system that is calm, and that calmness comes through stability. And what stability is essentially is just monotonous things. I used to hate my job because was monotonous, and now I understand, even though it was monotonous, and even though it was not the work that I want to be doing, or something I was enjoying, but we don't appreciate enough the if we don't know what to do with ourselves the entire day, then, or we are not in a habit of just working by ourselves, or keeping ourselves accountable. Working as a freelancer will make you crazy, because you are not, like, at least I wasn't someone who is able to hold myself accountable when the work that was supposed to be done is not done yet. And how to be nice to myself at the same time, be like, but you haven't completed the work. So so now what you have to, so you have to put in those extra hours. Today is probably you're not gonna sleep on time and all of that. And all of that is a bit harsh on myself. Sometimes when I do that, I become so upset with myself. Then I understand that what is useful is having a routine, and then when you don't follow that routine, it's very logical to be upset. I was supposed to do 10 things, I didn't do those 10 things, and I'm doing this every day. Something was wrong today, right, for me to not do it. you know I don't know if any of that makes sense, but it does make sense to me. I'm just today, now that I don't have a routine, I'm just trying to make a routine for myself. And uh, by coming online daily, by having these goals, like I want to do 10,000 steps and 10,000 subscribers. So yeah, that is what my goal is, to make sure that YouTube gets monetized this year, and I'm able to make as much amount as so as to for it to give me financial support, and like for it to not, like, me chasing clients is not fun. It's not fun anymore for me. So then I thought maybe chasing views would be a better idea, because this is something that calms me down. When I'm making designs for my clients, it has so much that I have to do according to them, and I start hating myself for that. So yeah, I don't think people who haven't gone through it will be able to understand that. But of course, when you work in a professional industry, you have your clients, and you have to, even know that this is gonna work, and you have to still convince them about it, and then you have to sometimes just abandon your idea and then do it completely according to what they wanted, even though you are aware that this thing is not gonna perform as well as would have been earlier, but you just have to satisfy the client's ego at this point. So for that, yeah, there's so much problems to it. This is kind of my favorite one. I'll be back, my friends. What's up? This is my favorite one that I made for this page. I don't even have the reference open in front of me. I just started. I might take requests if anybody has any requests. I might take those. 94 minutes. Let's see how long this is gonna last. Do you want to listen to a podcast maybe? Like, let's have that in the background. Of people just talking. Something funny. And I'll pause it if I want to talk about something. I don't think that's gonna have any. That's going to create any harm. I don't think so. Let's do that. Okay. So this is basically unfiltered podcast that I'm like a really huge fan of them. I'm gonna play it in the background. You can listen to them or not listen. I'm gonna pause it. You can go on their page, and I don't need they need any promotion, but I'm just gonna play them in the background. And if you hear anything, it's just them talking, and like I'm just gonna have that.
Coupon expired. Invalid coupon.
Ooh! Lock in. I wish I could nap after.
You got name cards.
Gotta get to work.
Hey, we offer.
I cannot believe that happened. They look beautiful. Would you use Sharpie? No, we were making name cards for the wedding where it has like everybody's name and then it says their table number, everything like that. And we put them in the printer. It's like these really nice name cards, whatever. We printed them all and they were crisp, they were clean. Where'd you print it from FedEx? Like where at my house. At your house, okay. Individually printed.
DIY.
Okay, and then
Okay.
Don't. No. Okay, and then what else did we do? It took 5 hours to do this, by the way. Okay. Printing them out, they look beautiful, and then they started drying, and they dried overnight, and we woke up this morning. They turned
If you
into
have
bubble
any
letters. They were
questions,
bleeding. All the font.
you can ask me them. I'm gonna pause this and I will answer your question. But yeah, I'm just creating an environment which I'm generally in while I'm sketching. So that is what I'm doing. And I know I don't think there are many viewers right now. And yeah, even if there are viewers, then subscribe, please subscribe. I want to hit 10k, bro. And yeah, listen to this. It's a BU podcast, basically unfiltered. Go listen to them if you want to. They are my favorite podcast. I have them playing always in the background while I'm sketching. That is what I'm doing. If YouTube has any issue with it, it will give me a copyrighted this thing and I will stop doing it. But otherwise, I don't think it's an issue. That's it. This is how I sketch. I always have something in the background, and there are videos in which those Ghibli people sketch their Ghibli things, and they have that video. So if that is not a copyrighted issue, so this should not be a copyrighted issue. If it is a copyrighted issue, I will make this video private, or this video will never get monetized. That happens. We will learn our lesson.
Like the table where it says table and then the number, you can't. It's not even. It's like your dragon
It's a
tattoo.
game, though. Maybe it's a game for everybody.
Yeah.
Prizes.
But yeah, it was frustrating. So I overnighted new place card sheets, and then right after this, we're gonna go print them again. But you're doing the same thing. You're doing it the same way again. So the first paper that we got, like the name card sheet, it had a little bit of like a matte sheen finish to the paper. It wasn't like a normal like paper. Got it. So that's why it didn't like set into it and it started spreading.
Yes.
So I got new ones that are like just straight paper, so it should be good.
Got it. Do a test.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are they at your house right now?
Yeah.
Maybe do one while you're here, so that by the time you get home after
Right.
this, we'll see if it bleeds or not.
What's this printer that you guys are like? What is the? So it's just a normal like.
I have a Cricut. You want to use that Cricut?
Cricut.
Sorry.
We're not doing
Sorry
any
for the
like
ad.
vows that we're like reading to each other up there. We're doing just traditional vows that you would like repeat after you know the person that's marrying you, things like that. I just wanted it to be like as classic as possible and traditional, religious, and about that, and not necessarily like about having to like do this speech thing. And so we're not doing that, and then we're also not doing like Beth Man, maid of honor speeches or anything like that either. So
There is a God.
imagine.
But I already know me drunk.
I got something to say.
I think it's when I know I have to do something, I freak out. But in the moment, I'm like, and I'll do a
whole podcast of
full
going.
podcast.
Please.
I have something to say.
I can't wait. I will say we are, and of course, with the bride and groom's permission,
Yes.
we are doing a Patreon vlog at the wedding,
Yeah.
which I am so excited.
I'm excited to watch it too because I want to see what it's like from a guest perspective.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure we're going to be running around like freaking out. Our heads are just going to be all over the place. So it's going to be, I'm really excited to see what you guys experience.
Don't worry, I'm gonna try to film you as much as possible, even in like just for everything. Even when you're
Okay.
during the wedding, I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah.
You
I wanna see
you're
this.
walking down the aisle.
Remy this.
The what? The
Horizontal. We can get that horizontal for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of Patreon vlogs, I saw comments from your birthday vlog when you took the camera and went around to everyone and
I
how
haven't
people were
even
dying.
seen that yet.
Oh my gosh,
Did you post
so
that too
funny.
already?
I posted it.
Got it.
It was so fun. First off, thank you everyone for coming to my birthday dinner. I didn't realize how drunk I got till days later when I was editing the vlog. I was like, oh, I blacked out, but I didn't know. I thought I was fully aware and conscious the whole time.
Yeah, you kept a full composure. I wasn't aware that you were like that drunk.
You seem good at dinner.
Good.
Yeah.
You never take shots. I know. You were like, what? I took a shot. I was like, oh, Rip, and you were big.
Yeah, you kept rallying people up to the bar. I was like, oh, she's taking 3 already.
I
But she
didn't.
seems fine.
They were big.
So those suckers are soft.
I didn't realize until I was watching back the party footage, and I was like, oh, I have no recollection of that. Or like very, very, very faint. Like I remember being there, but I mean, I had a wonderful time.
You
and
browned out.
I had
It wasn't a blackout.
Yeah,
A brown out.
Yeah, then this is where, because there were like years where I was like, oh, I don't black out, and then I was like, well, if I didn't see photos or videos,
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't have remembered it.
That's
Like
a
the
blackout.
vlog.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not blacking out.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, because I like, it's not like I even drank a ton. I think it's just the fact that I didn't really eat a ton because I was busy socializing. Yeah. And then we were taking a lot of shots. So I think that was just the.
But you were trying to look good in that Versace dress. Whatever. What was it?
Vivian Westwood.
Vivian Westwood. Yes.
Yes, my favorite clip that I found in the blog. It really is. It's like reliving it again. That's the beautiful part about vlogging. At one point, I think I assume I asked you to. Did I ask you?
To what?
Yes, more like videos.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me tell you exactly how it happened.
I don't remember.
You're like, oh my god, I'm so drunk. You're like, same vlog. And I grabbed it. I was just like, okay, I'm definitely not gonna vlog like myself. Like I'm not gonna do that. But I was like, what can I do that Remy will wake up to and be like, aw? Which was I made everyone else do the work. So I gave the camera to each person. I was like, film something where Remy can wake up to and smile. And they looked at me first like, who the fuck do you think you are? And then they saw the little dangling. They were like, oh shit, it's Remy's camera.
No.
I was like, yeah, that's right. I think out of like the 50 people that were there, I was probably able to execute like 9.5 people.
Okay.
10.
Not
Where
the best.
I'm not the best, but I was also too scared to go up to certain people. I just felt like they would have like gave me a fake eye. So I was like, I'm gonna go to people I'm comfortable with, people that were like bright and open.
good
And I
energy.
gave them the camera. They left a note for Remy.
You didn't ask Stephen Varietal.
This was after.
I'm just kidding.
This was after they left. No, I would have went to them first. I was like, please, I got 2 people out of the way. Well, yeah, they all like vlogged for you. Great videos. I remember like taking the camera back and was like, these are good stuff.
Thank you so much.
Matt
for
King
doing that.
left one. That was really nice.
So cute. I saw on TikTok. So funny. No, I appreciate. Thank you for doing that.
Of course.
I'm sorry I just handed you my camera to vlog.
And then the other time you went back, you're like, hey, when that bus gonna be ready? I was like, gotcha, girl. At this job, I used to do this job. I used to gather troops.
Transportation.
That was my world. That's what I did before the internet. check, get his number, tell him how many people are arriving. I'd stand in front of the bus and count everybody going in.
You were in work mode.
Yeah, no, that's what I used to do. It was literally my only job. Gathered everybody up on the bus, and then I was gonna sit next to him in the passenger seat because usually that's what I would do, but I was like, I don't want to look like I'm.
It's like, okay, Zane, take it easy. Zane, up front. Let me drive. I used to drive. Let me drive.
That's gonna be your wedding planner to Remy and I. They're gonna be like, you're not on payroll.
And we get there, immediately walk in, and it's like really packed. And Remy turns around, she's like, do you want to stay or do you want to go? I was like, Remy, whatever you want, it's your birthday. And in my head, I already know what she's gonna pick. And then she goes, I think it's time to go.
I literally
We
called
got
that.
our money's worth.
I
though.
called it. I was like, you're gonna, as soon as you go to the first one, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm tired, let's go.
Okay, from my point of view, first off, it was so funny because editing the vlog clip, maybe.
That vlog is gonna be like 5 minutes long.
But it was so funny because, like, sometimes the camera would catch your face and you're in the corner just, like, watching and they'd hand it back and you'd be, like mad they didn't do a good enough job or, like, you could just see me, like, no, like, keep doing it. It was so funny.
Like a
Not good
that
enough.
bitch.
Yes, you're very directorial.
Yeah.
I can tell.
I was like, that was very lazy. Do it again.
You must
Do it
fucking
longer.
hate her. It was
Yeah.
so.
And also in my head I was like, we gotta get this into at least 8 to 10 minute vlog.
We gotta run mid rolls. Come on, we gotta
Baby,
fill
we
this
got
thing
mid-rolls.
up.
Thank you so much. And then when we got on the bus, I remember you looking at me going, this is what I used to do for work. And I got a call, maybe like, and then the bus just took off. And him on the stripper pole, you're like, really?
No, that's what he used to do for work.
I remember there was one where I was like there was a mess somewhere. I was like, hey, can we use your dress to light this up? And I forgot she was, such a fancy, luxurious dress.
And then we get to the bar, and we all walk through, and it's like, it is so packed.
You guys went to the west side, right?
Yes, we went to
We were
Gian's
definitely the
Rummy.
oldest people there.
That's the thing. Every time I go out now, I feel like everybody's in college. Like, I just feel really old. And I'm standing there in this dress, and everyone's wearing jeans, and I look really fucking stupid. I know what you're gonna say.
Would you rather be overdressed or underdressed for something like that?
Overdressed.
Underdressed.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I get so embarrassed when I'm overdressed. There's just something about it. I just feel like I'm not the right personality to becoming overdressed. I just feel like lame.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Feel like I like being perfectly dressed, and that's why I take forever to get dressed. Because I'm like, what's the vibe? I don't want to be over. I don't want to be under. I want to be like not too much.
Yeah.
Pick which one? If I had to pick underdressed. Really? Yeah.
And there's just something about it. It's like safe.
Never forget when I first started hanging out with Remy and she wanted to go to the west side. She'd always wear thigh-high boots. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll wear thigh-high boots. And then it took me 2 seconds to sit there and realize, oh my god, like I didn't want to dance or anything. So I was like, I'm too much. I would obviously rather be neither. But overdressed, I'm like, oh, it's my birthday.
And you
Or,
could
oh,
also
I
be
just
like-
wanted to wear this.
I agree. I like being overdressed because then you can still at least be like, oh, these people don't care.
I think
Like,
it looks
I-
better to be overdressed.
Yeah, I would rather be like, well, you know what? It's
Hmm.
I don't know.
Class left at home.
Yeah.
Also, as soon as we hit the first bar, it hit me that, oh, you know what? I should have picked bars that weren't like dive bars. We should have went more for a loungy feel.
No, it was
Because-
great. It was fun.
It like hit me as soon as we walked in. I looked at our group and looked at everybody else. I was like, jeans, college students. We probably should have went the other route, and that's why we went home so early.
Oh, it's so fine. I will say, it wasn't even like the attire. I just feel really old at a lot of bars now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just don't think I should be here.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let's go home. But they were buying shots already, so they were taking shots. And then Cal told me later that I guess you and him were at the bar, and some kid tapped Cal. He was like, he had to be like 20. Like, he was really young. You could just tell, like, he was probably a college kid. And he tapped Cal, and Cal turns around, he goes, hey, man. So does Zane have representation? He was like trying to be Zane's manager.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Like he was like asking Cal. Cal was like, I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
And it's like, you know what? Sell me. Or not sell me. Sell yourself. Like sell yourself.
Yeah.
Like let's
Like
let's
hear
try
him
it.
out. Yeah. Hear him out.
That's fun.
And
Hey, you be better than Abigail. Try. Let's see.
Let's
Try it.
see. As we're getting off on the bus, I was like trying to talk to the bus driver to like sign off on everything. I wanted to make sure he was tipped, obviously. And I was like, he's like, what can I do? He's like, Zane already told me to take care of it. I was like, what? This is my birthday.
Like he wanted it dipped. I was like, sure. You still got another like 4. I like we're doing bar hopping because he knew that we're gonna go home, but he was so adamant like, oh, can I leave now and then like I'll be good for the night. I was like, yo, chill, dog. Like
You're
you got booked for like the next 5 hours, and we're about to bring it down to 1 hour. was out.
And you guys flew in at, your flight was at 7 a.m. because you had to be there to do content, like, right when you got there.
Yeah, it was like as soon as we landed. I think they had it scheduled for like maybe like 2 p.m.
Yeah,
3
yeah,
p.m. to like film.
And in our head, we were like, okay, we're gonna land. I'm gonna I'm gonna have time to go to the hotel, put some makeup on really quick, and then we were gonna go do street interviews.
That was literally the plan. We were gonna go right on the street where everybody's like out, probably drunk, just a bunch of football fans. Bourbon, not on Bourbon Street. I think it was just like a random.
Oh, I
random
pictured a park. I don't know why. I pictured a park.
She envisioned this like big green
I
park. I
just
was like,
pictured
no,
a park.
I was envisioning the street.
And then they said that there was gonna be a bus, like a truck, like a food truck, that we could drive. So I was like, oh my god, I have a vision. This is gonna be through the park.
Yeah. I knew I couldn't drive that bus because I was still from the number. Like, I wish you're not to drive the truck.
No, I wasn't going to anyway. But then we had a little bit of trouble checking into our hotel. Also, it was last minute, so all the hotels are booked for Super Bowl.
It's crazy that you guys had to share a room in one bed. And it's
I know.
crazy because they were so booked.
So
We got
booked.
separate bed. We got separate.
Insane.
Okay, Matt King.
Yeah, right.
I saw people commented, they're like, Remy's like laughing, like giggling at this. I went, your fourth burner account.
It honestly took forever to check in. We were probably waiting in the lobby for maybe like an hour.
Yeah.
We were exhausted, and then and we didn't get checked in for like maybe an hour and a half, right? And we're sitting there, and there's this guy sitting in the lobby. It's very small too, right? This guy's just sitting there, and all of a sudden he just starts rambling. He just has no idea what he's saying, just going off. I think he was like drunk too, right?
Was he like a guest of the like he was?
I
don't think
thought
he was
so,
a guest.
and then I found out he wasn't. But he started talking about food and something about the chef who's working there, and I'm just, me, I'm like, no way. Oh my gosh.
He kept on going, and we were all so tired. Like it was a lot, and he kept on going. It got to the point where me and Evan were in the front, and we were just like, you have to do something about this right now. There's no way we can sit here.
The poor girls working the hotel were like, he's been here forever. We've been trying to like get rid of him. Like,
It wasn't like, oh, he's just being nice. This was like he was drunk,
I
and
don't think he was drunk.
there was something wrong. There was something right. It got to the point where it became an issue.
He was
Yeah.
waiting for the chef of that restaurant because he said that he's a better chef than that chef. But he came to make sure, he kept telling us we need to go experience New Orleans like food and cuisine. He was like, it's so much better here the way we do our roux. And I was like, my best friend knows what a roux is.
He was that type of person.
Yeah.
It was also you have to be there. Moment like us hearing us talking about it right now, it doesn't sound too bad, but if you were there, you'd have been like,
I can imagine.
this
Yeah.
is that, and
Loud too.
yeah, just everything. And then it got to the point where we just had to leave. We're like, we're gonna get food, but we just really wanted to be in our room.
He's like,
so
no,
we
let me
left.
cook for you.
Yeah.
Wait, I can. Don't go get food. I'll make it.
Mike, you did tell me how to make a steak.
Okay.
Do share. I kind of forget now because I was really tired, but he was like, this is what I do, and I did this, and then I put he was like, what did he say? Damn it.
I thought you like tuned. At that point, I thought you tuned.
I mean, I clearly did enough that I don't remember, but he was like, this is how you do it. And you put this, and then the whatever. I don't know. I'm just rambling now.
But
But
that was the best. You just completely forgot how to make.
no,
food.
part of me wanted. I was like, I don't want to try this steak now. But I was like, wait. But it worked out because then they kept pushing the time that we needed to meet. So we were like, okay, perfect. Check-in's taking late. I need to get ready. Then we can go do everything. They had like jerseys for us and stuff, so we were really excited. And then it just kept getting pushed.
And then they realized last minute, oh, they're sponsoring an after party for the or like a pre-party for the Super Bowl. Okay. So we're like, oh, okay. And immediately, me, like, Alicia was fine, but me in my head was like, a party? I was like, what party? I was like, what kind of party is this? Because in my head already, if there's a party, we're going around the Super Bowl, who's going to be at these parties? Celebrities and influencers.
We're not at a park.
we're not within the people anymore. It's very easy to film with like just everybody else except for celebrities and influencers, right? And then we find out we're doing this party. I'm like, oh my god, alright, like keep your cool, Zane. It's gonna be okay. We get to this party.
Not any party. The Sports Illustrated party.
Sports Illustrated party, and we're like, oh
really
my
crazy.
god. And you know me, I can't do interviews. Like I'm not good at interviews. So like this is gonna be my first time really letting myself out there.
Right.
In my head, like I was already preparing mentally for football fans on the street.
Easy to talk to, draw.
Dying to be on camera.
Yeah. Dying to eat some Habit burgers.
Yeah,
Hey, yo, we got free burgers.
Yeah.
We get there and we see the Illustrated part. We're like, oh god. We're like, and then I'm so it's settling in for me. Alicia is doing everything she can to comfort. She's like, hey, it's gonna be okay. We're good. We got
Still
this.
trying to learn what helps.
She's already
I feel
pulling
like
her house that day, like, we good, baby. But me, I this again, this is like a first for me. But like, you were great though. It was me that took me a little bit. Yeah, she adapted.
The guy from Hamilton, I made eye contact with him. Yes, with Anthony. No. Yes, your friend. No. Oh, the hot one, the OG cat. Oh,
She's freaking out. I was like, who are you freaking out about? She's
like, Peter.
That's Tiffany.
But you're hot. And I was like, who? And she's like, Hamilton. I literally I never I fangirl. Well, also like sports. I do want a burger. I do feel like Sports Illustrated is like it's a hot party. I know.
Exactly. We blended in pretty well with the hat because there was maybe like 11, 12 people at the food truck, like either with the habit or working for the habit or part of the team. Yeah, part of the team. So we all were wearing the shirt, which really helped us blend in with them. So I don't think even people that knew us walking by, I don't even think they recognized that. Have been like, oh,
They weren't expecting to see you guys in a food truck.
What was funny though is the jerseys were red, and it obviously looks like we were Chiefs fans, unless you looked close and it said Habit. So we were like, oh, this is gonna be interesting, you know. And then obviously legal wise, like.
So this is the page that we were able to accomplish. This and this. I kind of have a theme going on, as you can see, from past 3 days. We did 2 sketchbook pages today. Generally I only do 1, but today we did 3, and yeah, I am happy as to what we were able to accomplish, how much we were able to accomplish. I did give you a sketchbook tour. If you guys have any questions, I will answer them. I'll wait for like, I think I'm 120 minutes in at this point. 2 hours in, yeah. I am 2 hours in, and I generally don't do it for 2 hours. 1 hour is all I've got during the day, but I read these criteria that YouTube has for me to actually do this in a sustainable way. I need subscribers, and I'm nowhere close to my goal, so I thought I'll just do this. I don't know why my mouse just stops working on me, dude. Anyways, so yeah, so the idea was to do it for a long time and see if I'm able to retain audiences, if new audience keeps coming in and all of that. So yeah, that was it for today. Thanks for watching, thanks for being there. Bye. Yeah, and please take care. Please know that whatever you do in life does not determine your value. You are already quite valuable. Your success does not determine your value. Your failure does not determine your value. There are good periods in life, there are bad periods in life, there are ups in life, there are downs in life. It happens. Just doing what you love, trying to pursue that honestly with hard work is what life is all about. So yeah, thanks for being there, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. And this cheek does not move as often as this cheek moves. That's just an observation that I made right now watching in the tab. Yeah, this is my goofy self. I can't be the polished version beyond 2 hours, as you can see. Okay, thanks for being there, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. Love you so much. Thank you so much for being there.